Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable Teacher Mr. Harry Mulyono, PhD. I am Shafaat, the student in postgraduate. Allow me please to present about implementation and evaluation about curriculum design model. Okay, in this opportunity, we don't forget to say thanks to Allah that we can uh, live today. Okay, I should like to present about implementation and evaluation. Implementation and evaluation. Once the format and content of the curriculum as planned have been completed, the crucial step of implementation can begin. Change can be challenging. Implementing the plan requires teachers to potentially undertake additional work, develop new classroom activities, and modifying our understanding of their students' learning. Resistance can be anticipated by rather than merely attempting to mitigate all resistance in order to execute the plan. Active engagement with teachers and their ensuing discomfort and can offer an effective approach to the implementation of meaning change. We have a step for evaluation and implementations. Teacher engagement, understanding learners' needs, understanding the environment, infusing principal and pedagogical priorities. They are in meeting program learning goals. So formatting curriculum content, monitoring the live curriculum, and assessing learning. The plan is some debate in educational circles around the question of who should be responsible for writing a curriculum. Some agree that a curriculum document should be written by experts. In his article published by UNESCO, Steinbach 2014, posed that curriculum development is a special field within education, and curriculum development processes should accordingly be led and managed by qualified and experienced professionals. The nation of curriculum experts acknowledges the indirect nature of second language curriculum document in attempting to meet teachers, learners, stakeholders, and program needs. However, it is fair to dismiss a key principle that the curriculum plan is just that, a plan, as we have in room through this book. Curriculum comes alive in the classroom, and thus responsible for that awakening are the teacher who translate the command into plan of action. Early leaders in the argument that curriculum makers are both planner and teachers. Chambers, Kendall, Mr. Lott, and Davison 2011. Were Candid and Connolly in 1992 who suggest that creating a curriculum document is isolation from teachers who will then be tasked with its implementation was like putting the cart before the horse. We pause that plan for enhancing the expresses, readiness, and success of EAP. Students should include teachers at all the stages of design, development, and implementation. In evaluation and implementation, there is curriculum planning in our context. Firstly is writing the document, combining external expertise with investment in internal capacity to make the plan or work. So the second is bringing the plan to life gradually. The third is implementing the plan or change is good. The fourth is monitoring the curriculum launch, our biggest challenge. In writing a document, combining external expertise with investment in interval capacity to make the plan work in our setting, the dedication to use a combination approach to writing our curriculum document was incredibly supported by two critical contextual factors. Firstly, as a university situated EAP program, our EAP teachers are required to have minimum credential of master degree in TSL or applied linguistics. This means that within our teaching team we have teachers who are well versed in modern pedagogical theory and in many cases have taken graduate courses in curriculum development, especially for second language. Moreover, among our teaching team, we were able to identify an individual teacher with extensive curriculum development experience outside our program. This person had been the project manager for province-wide ESL curriculum guidelines project previously and had led similar curriculum projects at other institutions. This gave us in the house expertise which had been giant internal, providing a balance of contextual knowledge with external perspective. One plan has been created describing the learning outcomes, performance conditions, and indicators. A successful curriculum document still needs to link itself directly to the classroom experience in the teaching. In the teaching team is to identify what implementation will look like for them. Outcomes do not provide description of what should be taught, rather description of what learning to who successful complete a level with able to do in terms of academic English language proficiency. Teachers will still be required to be authors of their our lesson plan and coursework assessment. They will need to access where their students are first day for some what program of the needs to be tend to help them move to democratizing suspects professionally by the end of the course. This requires a flexible learner contracting approach. An outside-based curriculum describes learning goals, however, it's still as teacher to put all complex pieces together for our students wherever in TBLT classroom. Teachers have central role in organizing test-based work, motivating their students to become engaged with text, explaining to them why performing a particular text is important and interactionally supporting them while they are at it. In both outcomes curriculum and in TBL classroom, teachers maintain the primary role to designing and executing daily activities. This aspect of the curriculum plan is likely then to capture the focus of their attention for this season, including a set of sample tasks in crucial element of the plan. This point at which much larger scale teacher involvement can take place. Teacher can be given small pieces of curriculum documents such as one skill. For example, reading at one's course level and to create a set example text in the team. This process can enchain the development of curriculum document with a useful repository for example activities and text. Secondly, this process offers teachers and chance to see that some of their student practices favorite teachers' activities and collecting of classroom resource may well light reality easily with the new curriculum plan, providing some partial resources that the impending change their practice will be manageable and savable. In ATESL curriculum from Work Chamber at 2011 neatly referred to this honoring past effort while encouraging innovation. It brings together force for growth and improvement without simply dissenting with all the who of the good work so badly created in the past. Furthermore, teachers can now feel that they are fully part of the curriculum development process, engage with the change and having say in how the plan will be actually in their classroom. Secondly, is bringing the plan to life gradually. The final element to be added to our curriculum plan was the simple text. Simple texts were perceptively divided in chapter 4 as not respecting a perspective declaration of what the teacher should teach, but rather is but rather demonstration of how each specific learning outcome might be brought to life in the classroom. In order the word some texts were included in the curriculum plan to provide some clarity and experimentation of the curriculum in the context of racial classroom setting and in relation to what students will actually be doing. In turn, our curriculum development process sometimes become a critical factor in moving our plan for the curriculum into full realized experimentation. As described above, we had chosen to develop our GLOEs or SLOC and performance indicators using team of experienced teacher seconded from teaching for the entirety of the curriculum writing project. With the sample test, we took an entirely different approach. The simple tests were created by the teaching team at planned professional development event, as well as during contrasted supplement for work time or even as individual professional development project. At planned professional development event, teachers were introduced the goal and the backward design philosophy behind the curriculum and were then encouraged to use exciting material, textbook, text, other activity to contact more theoretical aspect to the plan to what text they might create to support curriculum implementation. This process over a bridge between the abstract notion of curriculum developed away from the classroom and those teachers who will ultimately be asked to bring the plan to life. In addition, it gave teaching team an opportunity to collectively contribute to this significant academic undertaking. The school provided dedicated paid time for the teacher to develop activities, research, and handouts which will ultimately support the implementation of the curriculum. Working in team as well as individual, teachers were able to give and receive peer support and to create meaningful and constrained representation of what the curriculum actually means to their classroom practice. Moreover, when confused are and could not be resolved or duplication or gaps become apparent, the curriculum development team was able to use this as preliminary feedback to make real-time judgment to the document. This process had to the effect of engineering the whole teaching team, ensuring a realistic plan for implementation had been instead and the content in the plan would offer practice instead root in reality of being team member in our EAP program. Example, our specific learning outcomes and tasks created by teachers working at a dedicated planning retreat skill area or listening. SLO interrupt the main information and supporting ideas. Sample tags. SLO employ listening strategies to be more accurate and efficient in note taking. The third is implementing the plan change is good. After considering all factors in our implementation of the new curriculum, we determined that the press rollout would not be best way for us to move forward. Our curriculum change has impacted every course in all ways. We were transitioning from a syllabus with list of items to teach and not through articulation of what learner need to be able actually to do with the language at each level. Teachers were not truly accountable for their student learn, only for that they had taught. While we had many dedicated teachers who took on the full responsibility in ensuring their students had sufficient language proficiency for success in their STEP. This was not described in any part of our curriculum. Our scaffold, our scaffold had described that their greatest problem with our program was that it produces graduates with vastly wide ranking level of language proficiency, meaning we left that this situation was urgent enough that for the sake of our students that we could not afford to roll out our curriculum over a year. For this, for this reason, we determined that it will be expanded to roll out new curriculum for our three level in AP in one semester. So, monitoring the integral curriculum implementation launch. Throughout in implementation period, it is recommended to administration maintain ongoing dialogue with teachers. This will provide reserve but more impatiently recognize that launching a new curriculum is only the start of the process of bringing about change, not the last step after a long period of judgment. Perhaps our weeks it may be good idea to have teachers meeting or someone how even to allow them to ask questions about the curriculum or they to share some of the challenges by they may be facing. It's recommended that this type of event have clear focus to share or it can easily more forum for sharing generation content with all matter other the curriculum. Teachers should also be uh, encouraged to share reflection or specific aspect or the curriculum launch through share online document and encouraged to respond the comment of college. Formalized surf can can be sent to our teachers with probably more deeply into specific aspect. Our aspects of implementation and how teachers are managing the change. And we know that in implementation and evaluation that is important for us to improve our new curriculum or our to revise our curriculum because when we renew or we revise the curriculum it will become the advantage for the student or we will get the feedback good feedback for the student good feedback for the teacher will get feedback for the school who revision the curriculum and we are as teachers of course we hope every students or every school have a new curriculum because by good curriculum and by good management the school and the student will be will be professional will be good school and will be good students because we use the curriculum we use method we use good method and every years or every 2 years we evaluate the curriculum that we have. Maybe this is what I can explain or what I can present about the implementation and evaluation. That implementation and evaluation is important in every foundation, in every school, and in our life. Okay, maybe this. See you next time. I'm sorry if you find from me many mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.